how you guys doing? This is William Myers, Mantis Outdoors, back at you in another video. And in today's video, we're going to do the second light video actually on my list, which is, in my opinion, one of the best lights that I've ever owned, and that is the Olight M2r Warrior. You know, I am a huge proponent of headlamps. That being said, this light goes with me pretty much everywhere ever since I've got it. Work, woods, no matter, it doesn't matter. This light is with me. You know, you can't really take a headlamp to work. You know, it's not really, practical. You're not going to be able to put that in your pocket or something like that. But this comes with a very nice sheath. So I have my light, and you never even know it's there. You know, usually when I'm talking about flashlights, I'm talking about them for the woods, and this light definitely fits that bill for sure. But with this light, it's more, this is my, what we could call EDC. You don't really hear me saying that term very often, but I carry this every day for, my job. And when I go to work, it's dark, and it's dark for a couple hours. And when I get off work, it's been dark for probably a couple hours. And I work a lot of hours. So this light allows me to go to work, check out my truck, make sure everything's good to go, no leaking fluids, nothing's cracked, bent, or broke, etc., etc. And then at night, I can check everything as well. All right, so one of the key features that I really like about this light is the dual switches. And this comes with a magnetic base that I just sit literally on my bedside table, and I take this off at night, click it right on that magnetic base, it sits there, charges all night, wake up, grab it, put it in the sheath, go to work. But the dual switches on this thing, the tail switch, you can have it set, it goes straight to turbo, 1500 lumens, and there's not much you're not going to be able to see with that. But
I have a question.
Yeah.
So did yours come with a stand, like it stands up, or was it just one that?
It's a disc.
Oh, okay.
It's like a magnetic disc, and just
I thought
it has no problem standing.
Yeah, I thought it might have been like the ones that they used to have.
Well, I'm going to roll in some footage of that picture in picture. It's a little disc that just clicks in. It has a green light when it's not charging, a red light when it is charging,
Okay.
et cetera, et cetera.
So it's the same one I got, just the way you described it. I thought maybe they had changed it.
Nope, still the same. This runs on an 18650, and even though you have the magnetic charging capability, you can also take this 18650 out and charge it independently if you wish to do so. So getting back to the actual features of the light itself, I really like the dual clicks. We have this button up here, and whatever you have the light set on, when you shut it off, it's going to remain on that feature. I have it on Moonlight for that forward button.
Yeah, that looks like a low, not Moonlight.
Alright, that's probably Moonlight, I guess. So the good thing about this light is that I could turn it off and have that function set on that button. But if I go back to the tail cap, I'm automatically at turbo 1500 lumens. So I have those options of hitting this switch for just in camp or at work, and looking through bags, etc., etc. Or I have really high brightness and I just blinded Chris. Payback, man, payback.
Oh,
So,
I got the big one coming. You just wait.
I would rather not have permanent retina damage. I appreciate it though.
I'm gonna burn a hole in the world with that thing.
So a good thing, even excluding the sheath, and I really do like the sheath, the case that this comes with, the belt case. The clip that it has like an S clip, and so you could put this like on a hat, forward facing or whatever, or you could just wear it as light down in your pocket or light up in your pocket, however you prefer to do so. But I enjoy using the belt sheath, the belt case, a lot. This light has many different settings on it, lumen settings, and all that, the light descriptions and all that stuff I'll write down here in text. But the battery, in my opinion, has lasted a long time. I had this and didn't charge it, even on the magnetic base, for 3 days straight, and using it quite a bit at work and even out in the woods when I went out in the woods to film. So this light has a long battery life, even on turbo, using turbo a lot, 1500 lumens, using it quite a bit. Just testing out the light, it lasted quite a long time. So I'm very impressed with the battery life. But All right, so this is obviously the daylight time of this video. Let's wait till it gets dark and show you some of the features. Yeah, when Chris has me on his videos for knives, you know, I do things that, you know, a little bit maybe more experienced in some areas. He's more experienced in the flashlight review area, so he's got some things he wants to say.
People that, you know, I reviewed this a while ago, and I just want to point out some differences. This is the M2r, and there's also the M2t, which is the tactical. The one that I use the most often is the newer one that is out, and that is the M2t, which is the tactical. And some differences to point out when you're looking at these two lights, because they are very similar. This one, the big thing is having the magnetic charge on the back here. So you have an external way to charge this flashlight outside and independent of a bay charger. The M2T has a rubber tactical switch, and it's a very, very good one. I mean, it's probably one of the better ones that I've actually seen.
Yeah, I like it as well. Yeah, I like it too.
And I don't have mine on me right now. The only one I have is, what is this new one? The Olight IR EOS.
Nice.
But usually around nighttime I'll go ahead and throw it in my pocket. But without having it right here, I think maybe the M2T must be a smooth reflector, whereas this one is an orange peel reflector. And the biggest thing that I would point out about this one is more of a general purpose utilitarian beam, whereas the M2T has a much more distinct, you know, tactical style beam. So there's a big difference when you have the two side by side when it comes to that. But if you're not a ninja or a SWAT team officer or
an operator of some kind,
yeah, a snake eater, if you're not worried about any of that stuff, and you're like, man, I just want a flashlight, you know, then this is great. It's a good general purpose light if you like that, having that magnetic base charger.
Yeah, I really do enjoy that.
If you hear people, there's people like kayaking on the river behind us. So yeah, that's just the differences I wanted to point out between this and the M2T.
All right, guys, so it's the nighttime portion of the video for the M2r Warrior from Olight, and as you can see, we can't. So let's go ahead and show you guys the features on camera, in the camera, and I just take this as an opportunity to blind Chris. So that's pretty much the lowest setting that it's got right there.
I have the M2T in my hand, so don't do anything crazy.
So if we press and hold, we get one more stage up. One more. And that's pretty much the brightest. All right, guys, so as you can see, pitch black, can't see anything. But Chris Tanner is sitting out on the wood line, and if I shine this the highest setting that it has, we see him in his platoon William Dafoe scene, giving it his best. See, this is one of the main problems that we have as reviewers of flashlights, is you guys seeing what I'm seeing, but this thing is crazy. It just really lights up the whole wood line, the entire wood line. So that is the highest it will go. Shut that down. Let's see.
Everybody likes a random platoon reference.
I got it like straight off. I was like, oh, okay. So that's lowest. Hang on. Lowest. Zoom in. So now I have this set on the lowest setting that it is on the forward button. So if I turn it off, turn it back on, it's on that low setting. If I turn it off and I just grab it and I hit the tail switch, it's on the highest setting. Like I said, guys, I really like this light, and I'm not a flashlight guy. This thing has a ton of features. All right, well, Chris kind of just reminded me too. Again, I said previously in the video I don't really care about strobe, but this does have it. If you hit the forward button 3 times, 1, 2, 3.
This is like that.
Yeah.
That sucks balls.
So, you know, the strobe feature on here, I don't really care about it. I really don't. It just never comes up, never use it. So all of the testing that we've done here just in the dark, the flashlight's not hot. It's a little warm, but we've been firing it up on high for a while, playing around. You know, every time me and Chris get flashlights, we always end up playing around with them for a half hour. But that being said, the flashlight's not warm, and I guarantee you this thing's got plenty more battery life in it. I really am impressed by this light.
And if the strobe is important to you, then the M2T, all you got to do is mash the button down and it goes straight into strobe.
Here, do that again.
So with the M2T, which is the tactical model, all you got to do is mash the button down and it goes into strobe.
Yeah, so if that's a feature that's important to you.
That's the most simple strobe I've seen.
Yeah, because this one you have to hit the forward button 3 times. Well, like I said, that's just literally not important to me at all. But there you guys go. That's the nighttime portion of this light. Links will be in the description below if you want to pick this light up. Alright, so we're back in the daylight. You just saw the part 2, the nighttime footage of this light. I really enjoy this light just for everyday use, even in the woods. Like I said, just having that magnetic charger at night when I get home from work, I just plop that thing right down, forget about it. Next day it's all charged up, ready to go for the use of the next day. You know, I would say late to the party to doing a review on this light. That being said, I take a very long time to do reviews on lights. I've said it in previous light videos, so if you guys have seen those videos, this is nothing new to you. But I want to make sure that when I do a video on a light, that it's lasted at least 2-3 months. So
see, Will's impressions on flashlights is going to be like your Uncle Bob, that doesn't live and breathe and know like every little thing about flashlights and stuff like that. So like if you handed him this light, he's going to be impressed with it. You know, Will didn't even really like get into flashlights that much.
Well, you know, I've started out with just headlamps, and then I would just only have headlamps, and those headlamps would usually live in my haversack or a main pack. You know, something like this I can have on my body, you know, a baton flashlight or a baton torch I can have on my body at all times, and if I just need a quick light, I have it. You know, and especially like EDC, carrying it to work and things like that. You know, carrying around, like I said earlier in the video, carrying around a headlamp with you isn't really that practical, especially if you're not out in the woods.
Drop your phone in the seat in the middle of the Avengers and you're like, where the hell's my
Where'd
phone? Yeah. Hey, lights come in handy.
Yeah, but like again, you know, this is one of the lights that have definitely impressed me. I've had several Olights in the past, and they've all been very good quality. This thing has definitely stood up to the test of time so far. If anything does happen to it, I absolutely will do a video on that. I always do. But there you guys go. Links will be in the description below if you want to pick this product up. Also, if you liked the video, I'd appreciate it if you hit like down below. Subscribing if you already haven't. I appreciate all your views, comments, and support, and hopefully we'll see you out in the woods.
And we will see you because he's got that flashlight.
I will definitely see you.